Welcome to the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. We discuss 6 questions in 9 minutes because leaders know how to be concise. Let's get started with our guest today. First question. In a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, my name is Richard Cheng. Thanks for having me on today, Sean. I am the VP of Training and Chief Product Owner at NextUp Solutions. A lot of my background is I'm an Agile trainer and coach by background. And so NextUp Solutions provides training in Agile, Scrum, Kanban, and DevOps areas.
Fantastic. Question number 2. What's the best thing about working with a team?
So one thing I really like about working with a team is that I get to learn and grow from the team, and we get to learn and grow from each other. Also, one thing I like a lot is as a team, we work together as a team. So it's not just one person having to do a Herculean lift to get anything done. It's us having to have teammates be able to work with us and bounce ideas off of and work together to deliver great products and great value.
Oh, great comments. Yeah, I like that perspective. Question number 3. I hear from other leaders of teams that it can be a challenge to get team members engaged. Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, so it's a great question. I think that it starts by hiring bright, motivated, talented team members, right? Creating an environment of success. And then getting alignment and understanding around the goals we're trying to achieve and why we're trying to achieve those. And I think once we start from there, it really gets us pushed in the right direction. Now, with that said, there are potentially times when I have team members not engaged. When this happens, the thing we need to figure out is why they're not engaged. And generally, when team members aren't engaged, it's generally it's going to either be an attitude issue or an aptitude issue. An aptitude issue meaning that they want to do a great job, but based on their skill sets, they just can't for some reason. And so when it's an aptitude issue, it may just require some mentoring, some coaching, some training, but something to help kind of bring their skill sets up a bit so that they can do a great job. If it's an attitude issue, meaning that they can do a great job, but for some reason they're choosing not to, we have to understand where that's coming from. Is it they're not engaged with the goal we're trying to achieve? Is it they don't like their role within the team or their role within the organization? Is it something else coming outside of work that they're bringing into work? What's the cause of them not being able to live up to their capabilities? Once we figure that out, we can then kind of work with that person to kind of help them with that.
Those are great perspectives. I like that differentiation between attitude and aptitude. That's such a great perception that you have to be able to identify one of those two categories and then address it within that realm and see what you can do to help them get more engaged. I think those are great comments. Question number 4, what other piece of advice do you have for leaders of teams?
Well, aside from everything I just talked about, a couple other thoughts is when it comes to decision making, what I like to do is pass down decision making to a low level as responsibly possible. Right? Move away from micromanagement into really empowering your teams to produce. I love the concept of servant leadership. It's a very big concept, not only in the agile field, but in the leadership field. What servant leadership means is that we create an environment where teams can succeed. Moving away from an environment where our teams succeed because of our leadership, it's an environment where our teams can succeed on their own. And as leadership, we give them the environment to succeed. As a leader, what I want to be able to do is go up to my team members and say, hey, what can I do today to help you be successful? What do you need from me today to help you achieve what we're trying to achieve?
Those are great comments. I really like that perspective, especially I'm also a big advocate of servant leadership. And so I really like that idea of empowering the team and helping them, just what you said, but what can I do to help you be successful today? That's a great perspective.
Well, and the thing I like about that is that when you have really great team members, the thing you want to do is keep them active and engaged so that they stay with your organization and that they're valuable members of the organization. And by kind of really giving them the ability to have that autonomy and that mastery and that purpose. Dan Pink talks about in his book Drive, the autonomy, mastery, and purpose. Arming our employees with that allows them to be successful in a way that's rewarding for them.
Yeah, another great comment. Thank you. Question number 5, what other successful leaders of teams would you like to recognize that have had a positive influence in your life?
So NextUp Solutions is a spin-off of Excella. Excella is a 300-person IT services organization, which I've been with since 2007. So January of this year, we spun off Excella and became a small training and development startup.
Oh, that's
Um,
fantastic.
yeah, well, I mean, it's great, except 2020 may have not been the
Yeah.
best year to have spun off, but it's proven to have its own interesting challenges. But with that said, the leaders of Excella, the founding partners, Jeff Gallimore, Burton White, Steve Cooper, are the founding partners of Excella. And I really enjoyed working with them. They're very good people that ran the company in a very, what I believe to be very ethical and transparent way. And I really enjoyed and respected that. And I'm at a point now where if I'm going to work for someone, it has to be someone that I believe to be a good person that I trust and respect. And so that's what I really enjoyed about working with Steve, Burton, and Jeff, is that is I felt they were very good people that I trusted and respected. In fact, Steve came with us. He's one that spun off the company, and he is now our founding CEO for NextUp Solutions.
That is admirable that you, and I really like how you said it, just the trust and people you just want to work with and you have that respect for them. So thank you for recognizing them. Last question, tell us about your first job.
First job ever. So my first job ever was 15 years old. I had a job. My buddy Dennis got, his brother was a manager at the local McDonald's. So he got me and Dennis got a job working at McDonald's. We worked the weekend breakfast shift, and my job was to be there at about 3:30 in the morning to make the biscuits. The job was, looking back, it was rough because as a teenager, 15-year-old, being there at 3:30 in the morning was, I had to wake up at 3:30, was there by 4:30, was challenging. But, it taught me kind of, when you have a job, people expect you to be there. Jobs can be hard work. And it taught me about taxes where I remember thinking, hey, I'll be making $5 an hour. When I did the math, I'm like, this isn't $5 an hour. But it was a good learning experience. It was a good starting point.
It's always a rude awakening, that first paycheck, isn't it? When you realize you don't get to keep it all.
I'm like, who's this FICA person? Why is he taking my money?
That's right. Old FICA, that'll catch everybody off guard. Richard, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. How can people find you?
So our website, nextupsolutions.com, nextupsolutions.com. My email address is richard.cheng@nextupsolutions.com. Twitter is at richardkcheng. LinkedIn as well. So follow me on social and check out our website.
Great. This is Sean Richards with the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. For more ideas, go to teamengagementpodcast.com. Again, that's teamengagementpodcast.com for more ideas on how to boost employee engagement. Thanks so much for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you for having me on.
You bet.